Hey you guys, this is a tutorial on this look here. At least hopefully it's a tutorial. I rambled a lot and I just went and looked at the footage, and for some reason the camera has refused to focus once during the entire thing, so that's very disappointing. So I'm going to try and edit that down to a coherent tutorial. And this is the look here. Isn't it gorgeous? Anyhow, the products which I used for this tutorial I want to talk about, they are Mary Kay. I tend to use mainly Mary Kay on my channel. That's because I like their products and I use their products. I am a Mary Kay consultant. I sell them, but that's not the reason I've got them on this channel, like, if you know what I mean. This is my makeup channel and I happen to use Mary Kay. It's not like this is a Mary Kay channel. It's just I haven't found any other quality I like just as much. This is an old product which you cannot get anymore, which is a major shame. It's an eyeliner, like the one kind which you put on with a brush. This is the Mary Kay's little brush, which we don't have anymore. And this is the eyeliner here, and it's actually water on the brush, and then you dip it in there, and now that it's not wet and it's dry, it like barely comes off at all. Like, if anything, my finger's a little bit dusty, which is fantastic. If you can find another dupe product for me, that would be brilliant. I do absolutely love this product, and when I run out, I want to get another one. So this is the look. Ooh, the other thing I wanted to do, I found a cute little girl on YouTube who does makeup videos. She's really young. Her name is Little Miss Makeup Lover, and she asked me to give a little shout out to her because she doesn't have very many subscribers. In fact, I think she's only got 2, and one of them is me. I found her because I was doing all those competition tutorials and I was watching what the other girls did. She's still very new to it, but she's got good camera presence, so she's worth checking out. She'll get her skills up soon. So check her out, Little Miss Makeup Lover. She's adorable, and I hope you all enjoy my tutorial. Alright, I'll catch you all next time. Today we are going to be using some really old Mary Kay products. What we've got here is a eyeliner brush, and this is just a really cute little brush with a thin point, and this eyeliner. Now this is powder at the moment, you can't get anything up, and the theory was you'd mix water with that, get just a little bit of water, I'd put it in the lid there, wet your brush, swirl it around in there. You've got this one here, and this is in a grey colour, and the reason I like the grey colour is because when you look at like tattoos and things, they're never pure jet black, they're actually a little bit greyish, so I like doing this. Now what I used to do is paint it on it and wing it out at the end. I'm going to show you guys a couple of tricks. I learned this from watching a YouTube video about actually face painting of all things. Now this is how to make a good swirl. You either start with a glob and then lift up slowly so that you've got that little swish. Oh, why can't I do it all of a sudden? That's what I did on this eye right here. I just did it. I know I can do it. Glob, swoosh up into a fine point. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm suddenly retarded. But yeah, we'll forget about that. And the other way is to start with a thin point, because your brush ends in a thin point. Start with a thin point, put your brush down, and then glob it in. This is great when you're making teardrops. So, start with a glob, and then work your way up to a swoosh. By lifting your brush up, and it makes a swoosh. Glob, lift your brush up, makes a swoosh. Now this you'll need to practice quite a lot. Obviously, I'm sucking pretty bad at it on my hand. The other way I've also learnt, you start with a thin point, and then glob it down. Okay, I just discovered how much better I am at this if I look in the mirror. As you can see, once it sets, it looks really very tattoo-like. It's dark grey. Gorgeous. Actually, when I used to wear this out to, would go out and stuff, I'd have people coming up to me all the time asking me if it hurt. See what I mean? Swoosh, and then as you lift up, you're left with that little, which is completely uneven to this. That happens more often than not. Leads smoothly into the eye. Looks a bit too different. This one here is much longer on this side than it is on the other side. So, let's do that again. Different quoi. The other side is a bit long. So, whoa. And then you give up. Erase one eye, start again. Alright, now I've erased this whoosh to try and make it match this whoosh. You'll end up doing that quite a bit. That's a bit better. Now we get to the fascinating bits of what my old school hard ass rock self used to do. Now keep in mind when I used to do this the most I was shaved bald. I'm not kidding, I shaved my head because I thought that it would... I don't know why I did it. I think I just wanted to prove everybody that I could. And then, I think I feel like drawing some... I feel like it's stars today. Now, of course, stars can be a bitch to try and get even. Oh, they're horrible. But yeah, I could just leave it at that. That's not really what I used to do back in the day, though. So, I think I'm gonna go show you guys. I also used to trace up lines, just try and get them to match the curve of the eyelashes. Come to a point, pull there as it goes down. You can do the same thing on the bottom lashes. Just try and go along with the curve of the lashes. Alright, cool. So we're left with this, which is sort of a bit more handsome and gorgeous. I like to think so. Kind of cool. I wish that one there curved a bit more, but oh well. Nobody will pick me up on that. So yeah, you can go that way, you can go that way. I think I'll go a combination of the two. I've got to pull this eye out to match. Alright, sweet. These are a bit more matching. I think I'd like to add a teardrop just to this side here. Now honestly how I do it, whether I put the point first and then glob the rest out, or whether I put a glob and then go to a point, depends on which side my face is on, because it depends on how I can hold my hand. I figured that a little while ago after I'd struggle in vain to get... It means that the two sides will look slightly different, but they both look good. As opposed to I'll struggle in vain and then one of them will come out completely the wrong shape. So practice with your little brushes, get any kind of eyeshadow you can dip into. The gels will need to be set with the powder. This stuff here sets to a sort of a powder by itself. It sets really solid. Once it dries, it's dried. That's it, it's on there. Yeah, if you got a gel pot liner, set it with a bit of powder. We're trying not to smudge it. So yeah, and I'm going to do a teardrop. Just going to follow that line there out. Start with a thin line. And then end in a glob, I think. Now, this doesn't always give you the most well-defined edges. So I'm just going to run around that again. And there we have my teardrop, which totally does not match the stars, but yeah. See, and the only thing I would add to that few coats top and bottom. Wait for that mascara to dry or I will smudge it everywhere. Oh, now I'm remembering why I don't often add mascara to my bottom lashes. They're huge! Look at that! So yeah, I hope I can get some kind of coherent tutorial out of this, because mostly I have been rambling for ages. Alright, I'll catch you all next time. Bye.